Hello everyone, my name is Jordan and today I'll be teaching you how to make player movement in GameMaker Studio 2. So what you want to do first is open up project or make a new project in GameMaker language. And what we want to do is firstly create a new room, and we'll call this room, just call it test room. And I'm going to change the width to 640 and the height to 480. You don't have to do that, I just like that. And then what we want to do is we want to go into sprites and create our player sprite. Now what I'm going to do is just make a simple 64 by 64 block square, so it default goes to 64 by 64, so I'll just click edit image and fill it in with blue, and I just want to rename it to sprite player. Now in order to actually put the player in the game, we need to make an object. Create a new object and call it whatever you want. I'm gonna call it obj player for object player. Where it says no sprite, just put that as your player sprite. Right, we want to create event, and we want a new variable, so SPD. That's what we'll be calling it, and it will be the speed of our character. We can set it to 4. Alright. Now go to step, make a new step event, and this is actually really easy. Firstly, we need to just make some variables to make it easy to work in the step event. So key up, and that will be keyboard check VK up. So basically key up is keyboard check VK up, which means the keyboard would check if you press up. That's basically what it is. And we can copy this and paste it 3 more times, change it to key down with VK down, key left with VK left, and key right with VK right. And now we actually have to program the movement, which is quite easy. If we just want to make a simple if statement, if key up, so if you are pressing up, we want the Y to minus equal the speed, and we want it to minus equal because up and left is negative and right and down is positive. And again, we can just copy that and paste it 3 more times. And just change it up. Speed down is positive, so Y plus equals key left, which is negative, so we just change that to X. And key right, which is positive, so we change it to X, and plus equals. And it's as simple as that. That's all we need for a simple player movement in GameMaker Studio 2. This code will work with the original GameMaker Studio as well. And just run it, and when it compiles, you'll see that you now have your player, and you can move him around. Whoops. One more thing I should add. We should drag the object player into our room. That might be a little helpful. So now when we compile and run it, you'll now see that our player is in the room this time, and he can move around with the arrow buttons. So we wait for it to compile, Here it is. Now you can change the speed to anything. This is a speed of 4, and you can also change the FPS of the room. Right now it's set to 30 frames a second, though you can change it to 60 frames a second if you want to. I think that's recommended. But yeah, that's all you really need to do. Hope you learned something new and use your new learned knowledge to make something great.